All right, so this is the part 2 to going over Hurricane Ian and how it totaled my house in Matlacha, which is on Pine Island. When we got to my house 5 days after the storm and we saw it was still standing, had some hope until we went inside. It's really remarkable what happens with a flood of that nature. I guess some kind of a river essentially formed going through Matlacha diagonally, and it took out some businesses that had been there for 80 years. Like, they're just gone. Like, there's not even their driveways left. The entire business, driveways surrounding houses, all of it completely out to sea. There's not a single part of them left standing. And this mad water, it was called, kind of created this channel through the town, and anything that was in its way just got taken out. Diagonally across the street from me, my neighbor's house just got completely taken out. I guess the channel, you know, must have missed my house, but you can tell the speed of the water that went through my house was able to move my washer dryer unit like 5 feet over. It's just crazy what Mother Nature can do when she's angry or when she's at full force. But when we saw the mud in the house, I knew that was the end of all my stuff in there. And I'm not a big material items person, but you guys know I read my books at the end of each episode. I love my books, love my clothes. And that day I tried to grab what I could into 3 garbage bags because I knew any item of clothing I was not able to grab, whenever I could get back, it would be totaled. It would be gone from the very aggressive fungus that was taking over every single thing in the house. The house was essentially hot boxing from the mud inside, the humidity, the moisture. It was just ripe for overtaking any and everything in the house. So I did grab my favorite clothing items. I had to leave 2/3 of my wardrobe behind. That hurts. I love my clothing. Can be replaced. I had a very good flood insurance policy. I'm working with them now. They've been really, honestly great to work with. They got me 2 checks very quickly, one for rebuilding the structure of the house and another for my personal belongings, the first of many. And they got it to me in the first week, which I was really happy to see. I've also had experience with FEMA now, if anybody wants to know more about that. They got $700 checks to everyone in the area pretty quickly for people who were without power. A lot of us with internet businesses had a situation with that, and I'll explain to you guys what I plan to do so that never happens to me again. But they got a $700 checks, which was nice. And they have also been sending me rental assistance since it was my primary residence, my homesteaded property, and where I ran my business, and a lot of my business equipment got taken out with it. So FEMA has been pretty pleasant to work with. My insurance company has been pleasant to work with. My first check I got from them to work on the structure of my house is signed to both me and my mortgage lender since they own the property. So I had to mail that check into them to get them to approve it so that I can then apply it to the construction that needs to be done to my house. Right now I have a company in there ripping out the floor up through 4 feet. Everything that touches that is being ripped out. That's what you have to do to stop the mold advancement and restore the house. It's going to be a very long process. My brand new landscaping that I had put in, toast. I apologize to those plants when I got there as well. That one hurt. I saw those plants as living organisms as well, so seeing them dead was hard. I said, I'm sorry plants, I'm sorry books, you did not deserve this end. I guess there's something poetic about plants being repossessed by nature when you were trying to domesticate them in the first place. This whole experience has honestly made me want to start writing more poetry again. That might be a trauma response of mine, but it's just seeing all my neighbors deal with this. A lot of people lived in double wides in that area. This is a very old Florida area, and if you were in a double wide, you had no insurance. So I know people who lost their houses, their cars, their boats, and they have nothing. That's why I have my fundraiser. I believe it's almost $10,000, which is amazing. I'm giving it to a local charity in Matlacha, and the business owners in Matlacha, they're just doing what they can one day at a time. Right now, we're just in the damage control, gut every house, throw every single thing out, get all of it out of the area so it can start to be cleaned up, become safer. A lot of the mad water and the mud, you know, brought in a lot of toxins and chemicals, and all of the crap people spray on their lawns got dumped into the Gulf, and it's a catastrophe from start to finish. Not having internet for 2 weeks was horrendous. We did what we could to manage our fiber business is very challenging. I am never going to allow that to happen again to myself, especially you guys know as somebody who relies on the internet so much for my living. So I actually ordered Starlink RV. I haven't set it up yet. It was very quick to get it. I know there's a long list for the regular Starlink, but Starlink RV came within a week. It was about $600 for the equipment, and then it's $135 per month. I'm not being sponsored by Starlink. I'm just letting you guys know. I'm excited to try it out. I think as long as you have like a clear access of the sky for the satellite to go up, you have pretty good service. You guys can probably hear there's still night and day sirens, medical helicopters, supplies being dropped, the military. It's ongoing. There were people who were being rescued up until this week, you know, 3 weeks later from being stranded. A total human disaster occurred on Sanibel. They were estimating it is going to take weeks and weeks and weeks to recover all of the bodies, especially a lot of the bodies were washed out to sea. There's a wall in downtown Fort Myers where they're starting to put up all the people and the pets who perished in the storm. It's hard to put it all into words. I see it as my job, as one of the few people actually in my area that is big into social media, big on posting content to keep sharing what has happened here. There's silver linings. The amount of linemen from around our country, linemen/women who have come down to help is, I believe it's 42,000 linemen from around the country drove here to come help us. We got our power back in 8 days. And if you had seen the area and every single telephone pole snapped in half, you would have thought that is virtually impossible. So many people are coming here to volunteer, so many supplies, food, water. Pine Island, where my house is, every day there's free food out for people, water. So many different organizations are helping people drag debris out of their yards. Again, a lot of people here are elderly. They can't do stuff like that. People are bringing down supplies, medical supplies, insulin. It's just been unbelievable to see that when push comes to shove, you realize that being able to bicker about politics and who makes what money and whatever is actually a luxury we are afforded by living in such a free and affluent society as we do here in the United States. Because once the grid goes down, once there's no internet and your yard's destroyed and people are dead, I notice everyone drops all of that BS and is there to help you. So many people in this area are good friends now. People who previously had different beliefs than me or whatever. All of it, none of it matters. It's so stupid to be fighting over any of this stuff. So if you find yourself hating someone because of their political beliefs, that's a luxury and a privilege, actually, to be able to do that. Because when you actually need help and things are truly bad, you don't have the luxury of being mad at your neighbor because they have a flag in their yard you don't like. So that has been a silver lining in all of this. I will never forget that. I'm exhausted, existentially, spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally. For the first time, I'm just not even really caring about, you know, the business success or what's to come or planning out all of these releases or products or any of that. I'm just being. There's something nice and refreshing about that. You often learn a lot of the stress we feel every day is stress we have concocted in our heads to meet this certain image of ourselves that we have created that nobody else has told us we need to meet. Guilty. I'm just being, because that's kind of all I can do right now. Telling stories, sharing my experiences with you all. And if you like this type of stuff, I have a lot of stories to share. I have a lot of dreams. I've had a lot of people in my life tell me to start sharing my dreams. If you guys would like to learn more about those, let me know. That's all. That's it. This type of stuff, it makes you appreciate the now, the here and the now, the present moment. The sky's blue, the sound of the leaves rustling in the trees, your health. I can hear another medical helicopter right now going over. It just makes you realize all of this is so short down here and putting all this pressure on yourself for no reason. It's like, if you make ends meet, isn't that enough type of thing. So tell someone you love them today. Again, keep these people here in your prayers. I know the public's memory is short, but the people here have a really, really long uphill battle at getting their lives back together. It's going to be years, truly, but at least a year for everyone here to get their footing. As for me, a lot of people keep saying, what am I going to do now that my house is totaled? I'm going to bounce between Bree's and my mom's. They have spare bedrooms, but I don't know yet. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to plan it. I have a lot of trips that were already planned before this all happened that I'm still going on. So we will see where the wind blows me. I've always compared myself to Mary Poppins. I've always related to her in a few ways. So we'll see where the wind takes me. Maybe when I put my umbrella up. I'm just not ready to yet. But love you guys. Coming back next week with some story. I'm ready to show you guys a different side of myself. There's much more to me than just being a freelance educator. And as you know, my book, it includes everything I could ever share with you all, and I keep linking to it. That's kind of it. that's a wrap. So we move forward. If you are watching this and you've ever been in a natural disaster, I'm so sorry, because it is really hard. It is really hard in many different spiritual, existential, physical ways. So prayers for you. I know there's crap happening all over the world and will continue to happen. There's some conversations to be had, of course, about the temperature of the water in the Gulf of Mexico, which is what caused this storm to be as bad as it was. But not gonna have that conversation yet, just still in the helping everyone out phase. So promise you guys more humor's coming soon. I just had to get these stories out. So love you. Hope your businesses are flourishing. If you need help with anything, my book is coming out November 15th, and it's the thing I am most proud of in this lifetime. So with that, bye guys.